Hello everybody, today I'm reviewing for you is the Bestek Power Tower. And this is what it looks like right here. You do get a power switch that is illuminated when you plug it in. As you can see, you got two outlets here, one here, oops, two there, one here, and three USB ports. And you even get a power outlet on the top. Now, the other thing is you get a pretty nice big thick cord, and they give you this little Velcro wire tighty, and it is about 6 foot long, and it is an angled plug, so it's not going to stick directly out and put a lot of stress. You know, like how some plugs will stick out like this and you get a lot of stress on the plug like this. So if you put it in sideways or like this on the 90-degree angle, there's a lot less stress on the plug, which is really nice. Also on the very bottom here, you can see they have 4 rubber pads to help keep it in place. Also right here, there's some specifications written down, and you get a little kind of QR code on the bottom if you so wish to scan it, or if you have an app, not an amp, an app. Now let's go over some specifications on this Bestek Power Tower. The maximum input and output of this device is 13 amps and 1,625 watts. So you're not going to really want to plug in a heater, you know, like electric heater during the winter time, unless that's the only thing you're going to plug in here. And then again, even then, you're still going to have to look at the wattage of your heater to make sure it doesn't go over that 1600 watt mark, or else you'll trip it. Now you do, like I said, you do get the 3 USB ports right here. They are rated at 5 volts each and up to 2.4 amps each port as well. And each one of these ports has that auto detect charging chip in it. What that means is it can tell, it'll identify the device you plug into it and be able to tell how much charge to give that device. So say if your phone only wants 1.5 amps, this can detect it and give you the 1.5 amps to charge that device. So that's pretty nice. It's not like your standard half amp each port or 1 amp or whatever. It can actually detect what your battery is going to need, or the device's battery is going to need to charge it up. So that's pretty cool. Now, it didn't say anything in the directions or in the description online about this on Amazon, but I do believe this is shared ports. And what do I mean by that? Well, if you plug in your first device and say it's taking the full 2.4 amps, you plug in a second device, it's going to take away from the first one and, you know, kind of divvy it up between the two. And then if you plug in a third one, the amperage is going to be kind of divided up between all three. I'm assuming that. I mean, I've done tests on this, and the only device that I have, or the device I have that draws the most power, is my Samsung Galaxy S7, which takes about 1.2 amps to charge it. And I will admit, when I was charging that up, I plugged in my Nexus 7 tablet and my iPod Touch 5. The amperage didn't drop at all from my S7. It stayed pretty constant. My tablet only took about a half an amp, and it took, I think it was 0.80 or 0.90 amps for the iPod Touch 5, and those stayed pretty constant all the way through. Of course, When they got around the 97% filled up rate, I started seeing it drop a little bit, probably because the auto detect noticed that it was almost full, so it started dropping that power rating. But I am guessing that it's a shared port for the amperage, mainly because too there's 17 watts of power dedicated for these 3 ports. And also, like I said, there's no documentation saying if it's a constant 0 to 2.4 amps per port or if it's shared. So I'm going to guess that it's shared, but I don't need my devices charged up that fast anyway. So there you go. At least you can still do it. You also get an 18-month warranty from Bestek on this. So that is really fantastic. And by the way, if you are wondering about the 1,625 watt range, it is written here on the bottom. Okay, so if you lose the box, you lose the instructions, just look on the bottom of this and it'll tell you right there what the power rating is. Now, why should you get this? Well, yeah, we all seen your typical power strips, which is just one big long strip of hunk of plastic, just big, straight and long, looks like a big, huge rectangle, sits on the floor, flops around and everything. And then we gotta always bend down, get on our knees, crawl underneath the desk and fiddle with everything. Well, with this, you can actually leave it on top, next to your computer, to your nightstand, or wherever you might want to have it, and you don't have to worry about falling over or getting on your knees and digging underneath anything. It looks pretty nice too. And if you also notice, there's enough spacing between each plug here, or socket, that you can put one of those big wall warts on here, and that goes all the way around. There's enough space to have 2 of those adapters that are really big and honking right next to each other. Don't forget about the one on top. Now this one gives you 8 outlets to plug something in. And if this is too much, you can take 1 tier off. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and reduce it down to 4, and there's still power outlet on there. And yes, you get a power outlet like this on this module, and if you like, you can take this, stick it in the wall socket somewhere else and have a couple extra outlets. But this module will not have the protection this does. All the protection is in the base. So this doesn't have any built-in protection, it's just a separate model. This is where all of your protection is, okay? Keep that in mind. And like I said, if you needed more, plug it in and away you go. Now remember, these are great to help protect your products from the electricity coming into your house from off of electrical lines. That's really what they're designed for. If your house is in an area where it gets struck by lightning a lot, I don't care what surge protector or anything like this device you have, it's not going to protect your devices. What you need to do is get whole house lightning protection. Google it and you'll find out more about it there. Basically what that is, it's kind of like a surge protector, if you will, in the simplest form. It's kind of like putting a surge protector right where all the power comes in, right by your fuse box or circuit breaker. So it goes off there and it doesn't travel up throughout your whole house. So once again, if your home gets hit by a lightning bolt, something like this, or even the best surge protector on the market will not protect your devices. You have to get whole home lightning protection for that. Okay, so just please keep that in mind. All right, that's pretty much it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please share this video on all of your social media. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel. Also, If YouTube really isn't your thing, hit me up over on BitChute as well. And by the way, Epstein didn't kill himself. And until the next video, you have a fantastic day.